Today we are going to read about another topic in immunology, the cellular components. So we will read about the functions of components of the innate immunity. So previously I have explained in um, the differentiation wise of the innate immunity and adaptive immunity, and the various components of the innate immunity. In those various components, the main components were the natural killer cells, the B cells and the T cells. These were the important components of the innate immunity. So we'll discuss about the various function, and also we'll read about a brief about their introduction of the natural killer cells, B cells and T cells. So as we look towards the natural killer cell, the natural killer cell is a lymphocyte member of the innate immune system. So the main function of the natural killer cell is that it induces apoptosis of virally infected cell in the tumor cell. So if there would not be the natural killer cell, then there will be the excessive proliferation of the virus infected cell as well as the tumor cells. So it will eventually crumble our system if there would not be the natural killer cell. So it induces apoptosis by using the porphyrin and granzymes. And the natural killer cells are activated by or the activity of the natural killer cell is enhanced by the interleukin 2, interleukin 12, interferon alpha and interferon beta. So these are the various interleukins and interferons that enhance the activity of the natural killer cell. So when does it induced? When the natural killer is induced. So the natural killer cells are induced to kill when it is exposed to non-specific activation signal on the target cell or an absence of MHC1 on the target cell surface. So in this condition, when there is exposure to non-specific activation signal on the target cell, or when there is absence of the MHC1 on the target cell surface, so in this condition the natural killer cell are induced to kill those types of cell. So it also kills via the antibody dependent cell mediated cytotoxicities. So the CD16 binds the Fc regions of the bound immunoglobulin, activating the natural killer cell. So now let us talk about the B cells. So the B cells contribute to the humoral immunity of our body. It recognizes and presents the antigen. So B cell undergoes somatic hypermutation to optimize antigen specificity. So the B cell produces antibodies. So what happens? The B cell differentiate into the plasma cell and they secrete specific immunoglobulin. So the B cells also helps to maintain the immunogenic memory of the body. So the memory B cells persist and accelerate future response to the antigen. So now let us talk about the T cells. And the T cell contributes to the cell mediated immunity. There are specifically two types of T cell, CD4 T cell and CD8 T cell. The CD4 T cells are also known as the helper T cell, whereas the CD8 T cell are also known as the cytotoxic T cells. So the CD4 T cells helps B cells to make the antibodies and produce cytokines to recruit the phagocyte and activate other leukocyte, whereas the CD8 T cells directly kill the virus infected and tumor cells via the porphyrin and granzymes. So the T cells contribute to the delayed cell mediated hypersensitivity, which is also known as the type 4 hypersensitivity. We will discuss this in detail about the hypersensitivity chapter. So the T cells also contribute to the acute and chronic cellular organ rejection. So these are the various functions of the components of the innate immunity. We discuss about the natural killer cell, B cell and T cells. I hope you understood this topic on the functions of components of the innate immunity. Thank you.